So welcome back to the channel, everybody. Time for another unboxing video. This week we're going to take a look at an item that I just recently picked up. Well, I've had it for about a week and haven't got around to doing it. But this is the GoPro Hero 9 Black, the latest and greatest version of the GoPro. As I've said, I've been holding on to it for some reason, so I figured now is a good time as any to crack it open and let's take a look at and see what's exactly inside this case. Alright guys, now that we're sitting down and comfortable, let's take a more closer look at the details of this outer box. You can see here on the front, it's, I'll throw up close-up pictures there. Hero 9 Black, GoPro, the new model. You'll notice right away what distinguishes this one from any of the previous models is the front has a screen on it as well. All the previous models prior to this one, it only had the camera on the front. There was no way to visualize how you appeared in frame. So that's what sort of made this one enticing to me. The earlier models from 8 down had a display in the front, but it just sort of detailed, duration of the record, battery life, all that kind of stuff. So that's what made this one stick out. Top right, it says Hypersmooth 3.0. That just has to do with the stabilization of the camera, in the sense that if you're holding it with the current lens on it, if you turn it, I believe 45 degrees either direction, so like this, it still maintains a horizontal plane of view so that you're not going like, the visual of the picture isn't like turning like that or swaying. And none of that has to do with GoPro's ingenuity. None of that has to do with anything physical with the actual camera. All this stabilization is done strictly through code, which also helps maintain GoPro to keep the actual camera physically smaller. There's details on the bottom, but let's switch to the side view there, showing specifications. This is a 20 megapixel camera. This is the first GoPro to go up to 5K 30 frames, 4K 60 frames. At the same time shooting in 1080p for live streaming and whatnot as well. It can go underwater up to 33 feet or 10 meters. It's got voice activation control. It's got slow-mo up to 8 times, data overlays on it, time warp 3.0, 1080p live streaming as I mentioned, super photo HDR. It can shoot in RAW. The rear of the camera is a full screen flat touchscreen on it, and there's also webcam mode. And then looking at the back, it shows, well, it's got a picture of an iPhone on there, showing that there's actually an app for it, so you can control the camera through an app on your iPhone. And that's pretty much it. It comes with a hard case, tearaways on the bottom, so without further ado, let's crack her open. That's garbage now. All right. Let's see if this guy will stand up. All right, it still stands up. All right, so first thing is, it's a semi-hard case. So that's nice. I think all the other ones never came with a travel case like this. Zipper top. It's got the GoPro insignia. in the bottom right corner. Unzipped, and there is the first thing that you'll see. Pulling out of the top, we have 2 books. Well, actually, 1 book, sorry, and 2 pieces of paper. You can subscribe to GoPro. It's got unlimited, there's new features that they have. They also have unlimited cloud storage for your GoPro footage. That is done through a yearly subscription. It also has a no questions asked camera replacement. I believe that's up to 2 replacements for the yearly subscription. It's got discounts up to 50% off of mounts and accessories at GoPro.com. That's only American though. Download the GoPro app, plug it in, how to insert the battery. Got some GoPro stickers on the back. How to use the mount on the bottom. I'm not going to go through all that. I don't know what this is. Have product questions, but the font is like no pictures. So I'm wondering if the whole app sort of helps you with the setup, or if there's nothing you really need for it. Taking out this, you can just see it's a straightforward, did you see? Straightforward case there. So we have what appears to be the charging cable. We have a slide mount with 3M sticker on the back as well. This one is for, I'll show you in a second, there's 2 prongs on the bottom of the camera. There we go. So there's that. Now finally the GoPro. Oh, and battery, sorry. So I'll do some close-ups on it so you can have a better view of it. There is the front of the GoPro. Here's a hand size comparison. There is the thickness of the camera. It's got a little bit of weight to it. A little bit of weight, but not, I'd say, slightly heavier than maybe your average large size phone. You'll see in the front there, there's the, it's got the speaker, the lens, and the front facing screen. There's the back where it's the full screen, takes up the entire back, touchscreen now. There's a button on the top. And again, this is the first time I've never held a GoPro before. I've never owned one. So this is all new to me, sharing the experience with you. Okay. The side of the camera's got a button that says mode. So there's different, I'm assuming different shooting modes you can use with that button. Looks like the top is your start and stop button, among other things probably. You'll notice with the GoPro, it has built-in, right? I think that's a fairly recent design. I don't know if the 8 has that. Probably does. 2 legs that pop out, and then that was what I was showing you before, the mount, where that would slide in there, like so. And then you can use that as a mount on other things. And obviously the GoPro website has tons of accessories. The lens is actually removable. I'd probably say the lens is a couple millimeters, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters thick. You can actually twist this lens off, buy another replacement lens, whereby, remember how I was saying the the GoPro has a stabilization where you can go like this, and it still shows as if you're shooting straight with the stabilization. There's another lens you can put on where you can go full 360, and it still looks as if you never moved the camera and you've been shooting straight horizontally. So for those of you action guys that really want to get a lot of motion going on but still have that straight shot, that's probably one of the other lenses you could do. And I know the battery for the 9 is actually bigger than the 8, obviously, or the previous models for sure. That's because it gives you an extra 30% battery life. So another reason why the 9 is a little bit bigger than the 8 is they felt that extended battery life would be more beneficial, and I agree. So that goes in on the side. Let's see if I can figure this out without breaking it. Okay. So there's a side hatch, and then the battery slides in there along with your SD card. I picked one up. I just went with a straight old Samsung 64 gigabyte micro SD that I'll be throwing in there. And I'm going to assume the battery doesn't have a charge, so stay tuned. We're going to do some other videos just in regards to quality of the shooting, audio on it. Just check it out and have some fun with it. Okay guys, thanks again for tuning in. Anyway, that was the unboxing of my new GoPro HERO 9 Black. And like I said, stay tuned. You're bound to see some more videos with footage taken from this. Thanks again for tuning in. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about the GoPro. If you're a GoPro user, I'd love to hear feedback. Not only on the 9, but other ones, or any recommendations you can have for accessories to add to it. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in, everybody.